Hello everyone. Well, another big box has arrived at Ibasiac Towers. I wonder what it could be. Perhaps it's another vacuum cleaner. Well, of course it's another vacuum cleaner. And you know what it is because it's in the thumbnail. It's a Hoover Harlequin with whispering power.
This is an extra quiet suction cleaner, the Hoover Harlequin with whispering power. The Harlequin has fingertip suction control to clean everywhere easily, efficiently and effortlessly with double stretch hose and this free tool caddy. The Hoover Harlequin with whispering power.
Just a tip for you. Writing fragile on a box isn't going to make the courier look after your parcel. So you always have to make sure you've packaged whatever you're sending very, very well. It's just completely waste of time putting fragile on it. Oh dear, I spot some polystyrene. Right, quite a heavy box this. Right, oh dear, oh there's going to be a mess to clear up, I think. And yes, there is a mess to clear up. Actually, I think all this is... I'm going to have to try and pull the whole thing out in one go. Oh. Oof. Oh dear. Come on. Well, I asked the seller to pack it well, but you know, there is a limit. Oh. Right. Oh dear. Whew. Yes, it is very well packed, isn't it? We can't even see the vacuum. Now, I'm not sure if I want this box because this is not the box that the Hoover Harlequin would have been packed in. This is an Electrolux vacuum cleaner box, and you see these often on eBay, really old Electrolux cylinders in a wooden box. And I don't think this box is in very good condition, but I might keep it because I do have some vintage Electrolux cylinder cleaners. But I think this box is a bit damaged at the back, certainly. I always said to the seller, don't include the box, I don't really want it, but, well, oh, there's no harm in having it. And I also thought the wooden box might help the cleaner in transit. Oh, it's made a right old mess. I've just vacuumed as well. Right, here we go. Oh. Right, here it is. This is an Electrolux wooden box to fit your Electrolux vacuum cleaner. We might as well have a look at the label. So, by appointment, suction cleaner manufacturers to HM the King and HRH the Prince of Wales Electrolux Limited, head office 153 to 155 Regent Street, London, W1, works at Luton in Bedfordshire. Well, it's a very sunny early evening here in the UK. I don't really need my lights on. So let's undo these. I did ask for the seller to wrap the cleaner in the box as well. Not really. Dear. Some egg boxes there. Right. That's not what I wanted the seller to do. I wanted the seller to wrap the actual cleaner up in bubble wrap or something. Let's hope it survived. Right, it's not complete. I'll show you what I have got. We do have a very worn wall and floor brush. So this would have been a standard tool with this machine. We've only got, by the looks of it, one extension wand We've got the Hoover double stretch hose, absolutely filthy. That will clean up though. That'll be gleaming white, or at least cream, by the time I've finished. It certainly looks like the original hose because it's got this numbered suction control. 0 to 4 on it. Can you see there? Can you see the numbers, folks? So surprisingly, 0 is maximum power, because when it's on 4, the vent is fully open. So there we go. It swivels. I'm assuming the hose is original, but it doesn't have the Hoover logo embossed. It does smell. So that's the box. As I say, not sure what to do with the box. It's not in good shape. It's quite damaged at the back, as you can see. From the front it looks okay. And it would make a nice display piece if you don't look round the back. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to have a closer look. I thought this was oh, you can see the handle's broken. I thought this was a more gold colour, hence why I'm wearing this. It looked golder in the picture, but it's more of a greeny colour. There doesn't seem to be any more tools with this Harlequin, but it would have been supplied with 2 extension wands. As I said, this floor and wall brush would have been a standard tool. You'd also got the crevice tool, the all-purpose nozzle, and a dusting brush, plus the carpet and floor nozzle, which was similar to the ones Hoover supplied with the earlier Constellation cleaners and the other Hoover cylinder cleaners, the 417, etc. I'm not bothered. I knew it didn't have those tools. I've definitely got spares in my stores. I've got a spare carpet and floor nozzle that's appropriate for this, and of course I will find the other 3 small cleaning tools. One thing I haven't got, which this cleaner would have also come with, is the free tool caddy, which would hold the small tools and keep them all together. Well, I'm just going to give this a bit of a wipe. We'll see if we can reveal a bit more of this colour, because I don't know if this colour's a bit duller than it should be, because there is a lot of dirt on this Hoover Harlequin. I've got out the old wet wipes. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. You can hear that this is a vinyl covering, very similar to the vinyl covering Electrolux had on their machines. Right up to the 80s, I believe, they still produced metal-bodied cylinders with a vinyl cover. I don't know what Hoover called this green. Comment below if you know. I'm sure I'd be able to find out, because I've definitely got... Well, I've got some brochures featuring the Harlequin. I've also got service manuals, and I'm sure they feature the Harlequin, and they do normally tell you in the service manuals, in the notes, what colours they came in, what wonderful names Hoover would call the colours. I don't think it's going to cut it, you know, a wet wipe. Obviously it's going to need a proper clean. Now I can see a difference in the colour already. It's nice to have a Harlequin at last, because they don't turn up on eBay very often. Hoover Juniors, even Hoover Juniors, well no, Hoover Juniors are pretty common still on eBay. Even old ones, really old ones. But I don't think Hoover sold as many, certainly they didn't sell as many cylinder vacuums as they sold uprights. Electrolux tended to make better cylinders, really, I have to be honest, than Hoover. I don't know if this was ever white or it was always cream. It's going to look whiter. That's going to need a proper, I think, a cream cleaner or something to clean that properly. Well, it does have a blowing port at the back. It certainly smells vintage, folks. It really does. Well, that's a nice touch. I like this font. I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a minute. That font, to me, does scream 1960s. The way Hoover have the font there. I certainly wouldn't want this as my daily driver. Not in 2022, which is the time of filming this. This year I brought back my Vacuum of the Month series. And so far I've used mainly modern. I think all the vacuums I've used have been modern vacuums you can buy now. But I certainly will be using one or two vintage machines during that Vacuum of the Month series. So I'm looking forward to it, actually. But I don't think it's going to be the Harlequin. I might use a Hoover Constellation for a month. I do have a very soft spot for the Hoover Constellation. That'll do for now. Now this Flex, I do believe this grey Flex is original to this cleaner. All the pictures I've seen of the Harlequin have got a grey Flex, not a white Flex or cream. They've been grey. Not sure if that cable clip is original. Might be. Does look, yes, I think it does look like a Hoover cable clip. And they ran this particular design of cable clip for years. But it turned into sort of a see-through clear plastic or opaque plastic. But it does, it's grey, so it matches the cable. The cable is another thing that's a labour of love to clean up. Wet wipe is not going to cut it. Same with the hose. A wet wipe is not really making a dent in the years and years of filth that this hose has got on it. To remove a lot of this, I'll soak the hose in biological washing powder, but I tend not to get the inside of these stretch hoses wet because they contain a metal spring. So I'm always careful not to do that. It's going to take absolutely ages, but I will get the worst off, definitely by soaking. Biological clothes washing powder, not dish washing liquid, clothes washing powder is the best thing. Well, look, you can see the potential. Well, the sun's going out now. Right, so the Harlequin used a unique to this cleaner. And I thought, is that original as well? It looks odd. But again, from the pictures I've seen, from other people's vacuums and from brochures, it looks like it is original. I'm not sure how it comes off. And the seller obviously didn't manage to take it off either. So we've got here, foot operated, on-off switch, a carry handle, which I'm going to have to be very careful with because it's showing signs of splitting there. I will not be able to buy a replacement carry handle for love nor money. So on this side we've got the Hoover roundel, and on this side Hoover written. And as I say, that font to me looks just 60s. Just looks like a 60s font. It's probably got a name for it, but I've no idea what it is. We can stand the cleaner on its end. And here you can see we've got a hook, so you can hang this up in the cupboard under the stairs on the wall or in your pantry. And there's no wheels on this machine, it's just got skids. Some of the later basic cylinders, they did have skids, but they would also incorporate some little wheels. But no, this just slid across the floor. You pulled it along. While we're on the underside of the cleaner, we might as well have a look at the rating plate. It's a bit hard to read, but I'll have a stab at it. The Hoover Model 419 cleaner, double insulated, AC/DC 230 to 250 volts, 0 to 60 cycles, 600 watts, rating 9, serial number GA162671. Not sure how we date it from that. Comment below if you can date it. As I say, this is sort of mid to late 60s, I'm sure. Protected by trademarks in Great Britain and the principal countries of the world. Made by Hoover Limited, Great Britain. I wonder what horrors are lurking inside the dust bag, if there is one fitted. There should be a cloth bag. Right, how do you open this? Oh, there we go, from the top. Is it going to... Oh, there we are. Ooh. I don't think the seller's opened this. Here's the underside. Hold your breath, Rog. Well, crikey. I don't know if I'll attempt. It's very sunny, so you might see loads of dust in the air. Ooh. At least it's been used with an inner paper bag, because that has kept the cloth bag. I see, I can see myself better now the sun's gone out. It's kept the inner cloth bag fairly clean. Is this an original Hoover paper bag, I wonder? Oof. Oh, well, say it would keep it clean, but oh dear, I'm going to have to get a vac. It's split. But, wow. It is. Can you see, folks? Oh dear. I'm not bothered about dirt in a vacuum, but this one is pretty disgusting. I'm trying to hold my breath. Oh dearie me. Oof. Oh heck. I should have a mask on. Right, well, it looks relatively clean in there. I'm not going to put my hands in, but there is a felt type pre-motor filter. Similar sort of felt, I believe, to the one on the Hoover Constellation, but these I'm sure are a lot thicker, you know, maybe that thick. So I'm going to get, I can see Henry Cordless. I'm just going to get Henry Cordless to get the worst of this out. Suck out the worst in here, and it's gone on my carpet as well. And then we'll switch on, hopefully this will work. We'll switch on this Hoover Harlequin. Sorry, Henry, but it's got to be done. Right, Henry, thank you. You can turn the other way if you don't want to look. Right, well, that's a little bit better. Oh, crikey. Oh, look at that. That should be black. Look at that. There we go. You can see a bit of a difference, I think. Right, well, that'll do for the initial switch on. I expect there's still going to be loads of dust coming out of this machine. Oof, I've vacked inside there as best I can. Let's pop the cloth bag. I think I've got some bags to fit this. You can still get them if you look on eBay. Let's put the top back on. Right, I think it goes under this bit first. Oh, it's not the easiest thing. Doing it back to front, obviously, showing you what I'm doing, but it doesn't help me. There we are. And then we'll close the metal catch. Right, I think we're ready. Oh dear. We're ready to plug this Hoover Harlequin in. And I think I'm going to turn the Harlequin this way around in case anything nasty shoots out of its bottom. Well, it sounds a bit like the TV commercial. I don't know if it's got whispering power, but oof, it certainly stinks. Oh dear, I don't know if it's spewed out some black stuff. But anyway, that's not too bad. Not too bad considering this is a vacuum cleaner that's even older than myself. I don't really know how I'm going to have a bit of a clean with this one because I've only got one extension wand and a floor brush at the moment. Where's the floor? Oh yes, little correction to make. I know you're going to write in and tell me. I said about the 3 small tools, I said this would have come with a crevice tool, all-purpose nozzle and a dusting brush. But it seems it doesn't. It comes with a crevice tool, a dusting brush and an all-purpose brush. I don't know why they had to have 3 types of brushes. You've got the floor and wall brush, dusting brush and an all-purpose brush. I think the all-purpose nozzle with the little rubber teeth would have been a better fit for this. But again, in my stocks somewhere I will have an all-purpose brush. Right. The Hoover Harlequin with whispering power. Well, it takes a long time to wind down. That's okay. It's okay. But this is another one that's going to have to be thrown onto the pile and be refurbished another day. I've got to really be careful with the handle. As I said, it's split. And to store the cord on this, you would wrap it around the front part of the handle, and at the back you can see where it's shaped. That's where the cord goes. So I'm not going to leave it stored like this, but just to show you, I'm pretty sure this is how the cord is supposed to go on this machine. Well, fairly sure. I made a bit of a pig's ear of that. Right. How far we've come, folks. Although I say that, I mean the cleaners we have now have more suction, better filtration, but on the whole they weren't as well made as this Hoover Harlequin, and I expect cleaners made now will not be working in however many 50 plus years that this came off the production line. It still works, and after a refurbishment and a clean up and all the correct tools, it could, and a push, be used to clean your home. But I don't think, even I wouldn't want to use this cleaner. I wonder how easy it is to pull along on its skids. We'll have a look. Oh, it's bit like tug of war. Oh, it's not so bad, I suppose. No worse than pulling along an 80s Hoover Sensortronic. Wow, the things the poor housewives had to put up with in the 60s. But this would have been considered quite a modern vacuum cleaner when it was launched. Oops, but to us, of course, in 2022, this looks extremely old-fashioned, but it's a piece of domestic cleaning history, and I'm glad to finally have a Harlequin again, and still kicking myself that I sold my tartan one. I think the tartan one was the last version. I'm pretty sure mine had a more Hoover Freedom type hose, the hose that fits the Freedom, Porter Power, the convertible, or Dial-O-Matic as you know it in the States. So there you go, being very careful with the handle. There is the Hoover Harlequin with whispering power. Another vintage old girl to add to my vintage vacuum collection. If you have any comments or questions about the Hoover Harlequin, please comment below, and I'll see you all very soon for the next video. Bye for now.